Hi there and welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and it's that time of week when I do my usual sort of harvest from the Xexchange and everything to do with like MultiversX or Elrond as it was once called. Now, there was some news yesterday. In fact, it was only like 21 hours ago, I think it was, saying breaking XPortal cards to expand to the US. This is a little bit painful because I wanted it in the UK really, and we haven't got it in the UK, so it's irrelevant to me. I only actually use XPortal for interacting with Xexchange. I suppose I also use it for interacting with my ZoidPay shopping pool as well, for what it's worth. But I can't actually use it in real life to do anything. Because everything it does is on MultiversX blockchain, which nobody else really uses. Okay, there's a picture of a flag. Let's have a look at what the reaction is. Which card? Yeah, exactly, actually. Yeah, Den's here saying, what about UK, sir? Yeah, bloody right. Hatom saying, man, if e-gold was just worth something. I know. Well, we'll have a look at the price in a minute. Frank Mellons here saying, wow, and now still nobody will use it. I have to say he's probably right, actually. I hope not. Still no IBANs. Yeah, IBANs is, I don't know. Do you need IBANs? I suppose you do, don't you? Where's Asia? Okay, so there's no Asia either. So it's just Europe at the moment. In fact, I think it's just the EA. Can we KYC for Launchpad? To be honest, USA, don't bother. Switzerland, I don't really understand Switzerland because Switzerland is like really crypto friendly, but they have really harsh regulations that stops people doing stuff in Switzerland. Fake news, could be. Okay, so let's have a look at the price. Okay, so on the strength of that news, the price dumped about 3.5%. Doesn't bode well, does it? Anyway, let's see what's going on over on the Xexchange. Okay, so what I normally do this time of the week is I just have a quick check of what I've got in the way of XMEX here. So it's 3.141 billion XMEX. That's almost pi, isn't it? Isn't it 3.1415927? Interesting. Anyway, so I've got pi billion XMEX, and I've got some other little bits as well, but nothing much. And I've got an astonishing $7 of unclaimed rewards to claim. Let's have them anyway. That is quite a pitiful amount, isn't it? And that's mostly coming from this deprecated farm here, which, by the way, has XMEX that unlocks on April the 25th, 2027, which isn't sounding too far away now, is it? I really wish you could just see exactly what it's made from. Maybe if you click withdraw. No, that doesn't help me either. So I'm not going to withdraw. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. By the way, do not withdraw this if you plan to keep farming some XMEX like I am, because I want to run this into the ground, because once you take that apart, there's nothing you can do with that XMEX that's in there. For the sake of completeness, I'm going to do a claim from ZoidPay to see if it works. So I'm owed $342 worth of ZoidPay from my shopping pool. Let's give that a claim. No, sometimes these things fail because there's no money in the smart contract. Let's also go to the super farm and do that as well. That's $17. That's not too bad. Now, whatever ZoidPay I get, I probably will sell because I don't think it's going anywhere for the time being. We're still waiting from last July to get this iOS app approved, and I can't see it happening anytime soon, to be honest. I'm expecting it this year, but I don't know. They've got an Android app as well that's not working properly either. They are waiting on third-party people to do with the IBANs and KYC, but even so, progress is so slow. Nevertheless, both claims did work. Now then, the other thing I used to do was to come over to Hatom protocol and claim the rewards from there. At the moment, I haven't got any. It's probably because I actually owe them 1.633 thousand USDT. So I should probably repay that at some point. However, I did notice that I think it looks like we've got the airdrop now. So this is the airdrop where I've been, staking for the best part of a year, and it looks like we've got some rewards, which are LPs, is that right? So it says total amount of USH you have generated during the period while USH airdrop snapshots were active. The airdrop will be distributed as USH USDC LP. Okay, now I did find out what to do with this later, which I'll cover at the end of the video, so keep watching. Well, I think as the price of eGold is dropping quite rapidly, maybe I should just swap any bits I've got, which is just really the Zoid Pay, really, swap that into eGold, and maybe I'll stake it back in Hatom. Yeah. So let's go from Zoid Pay. I mean, it's only $24 worth, but that's nearly like 1.5 eGold at these prices. So that's okay. Okay, so I did have 3.1415927 billion XMEX. I've now got 3.144, so it's increased a little bit. I'm not even going to bother working it out because it'll probably just depress me. So I just want to stake this bit of eGold, so I'll do that over on Ash Swap. What I'm going to do is to swap the eGold into Hatom staked eGold. So I'm going to swap the eGold into Hatom staked eGold. All of it, not a lot. Let's just make that a little bit less just to take care of any fees. Okay, so that's that done. So if I go back to Hatom Protocol, and because I swapped that into HS eGold, it's actually already staked in Hatom. But what I want to do is add it as collateral to get a bit of extra money out of it. Okay, so I want to provide that as collateral here. So give that a click and collateral, add maximum. Okay, there it is. Add collateral, sign the transaction, and we should be good to go. Now, what I've also noticed over here is this is now live, and you've got USH USDC there. So it says net APY 22.057% equals staking APY plus base booster APY, extra booster APY, DEX rewards. Okay, so it looks like I should probably think about staking some Hatom again, but let's try staking the LP anyway. So I'm going to go maximum. Okay, so this should be fairly interesting to see what happens. Okay, so that's staked. Interesting. Confused? Yeah, I am. Okay, well, that is the mystery of Hatom Protocol and USH. Why on earth all this is so complicated, I do not know. But at least it gives me something to make videos about. And if you appreciate that, please do give the video a like. Make sure you are subscribed and you got the notifications set on all. Any questions? I'm sure you have some. Leave them in the comments down below. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet.
And what is the problem with ice cream?
I have no idea.
It drips.
Okay.
So my idea is what?
Need to make a drip-proof ice cream.
No. Oh, that's a fucking brilliant idea.
If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.